Good evening, guys. Well, I've been a bit naughty. I've been playing the game today. I've been kind of getting a little bit lost in it, so I'm doing this kind of later on in the evening. But I figured now I would actually do the female version, like female all options that I promised earlier on when I did the male one. I can only apologise for the sound quality in the last one. I literally had the microphone further away, and like I said, it was literally early in the morning, so thank you for bearing with me. And yes, we're going to do this now. So basically, these are all our classes. Okay, you got the vagabond, the warrior, the hero, the bandit, the astrologer, the prophet, the samurai, the prisoner, the confessor, and the wretch. Now, last time I used the wretch to obviously show the options, so I'm going to do that again here. But this time we're using type B because, again, for some reason it's now against the rules to say just male and female. I mean, I honestly don't know what the big deal is. It was done by Cyberpunk. I get it, kind of made sense in Cyberpunk, but I don't know why more people are adopting it. So, same rules as before. So first of all, we're going to be looking, I mean, obviously you've got the name section here. You enter your name. I don't know how many characters you can actually have. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 characters for a name. So that's pretty cool. I didn't do that in the male one, but I figured I'd mention it here. So obviously type B. Now this is the interesting thing, and I noticed this with the male character. You can switch the body but keep the female face, which is, well, it's interesting. Anyway, on type B, obviously we've got age, mature, young, aged. So that's what it does to the body. So now I'm going to switch view, so you can see the face. I think the wrinkles on the face are pretty good. But yeah, so that's what age does. Let's pull back there. But yeah, basically, old man, old woman body, basically. Okay, so we're going to stick with young. Origin, Wretch. Now this is where we can flick through the different armor, like the different classes, more or less. Vagabond, warrior. So a knight exiled from their homeland to wander, a solid armor-clad origin. A nomad warrior who fights wielding two blades at once, an origin of exceptional technique. Hero, a stalwart hero at home with a battle axe descended from a Badlands chieftain. A dangerous bandit who strikes weak points, excels at ranged combat with bows. I think the bandit still looks pretty cool, to be fair. I mean, the guy, one of my friends, is using the hero. Like I said, obviously I kind of started with the wretch. The only thing I'm not keen on is that sword going through the cloak. We've already had a bitch about that. Again, I know it's not a massive deal. Obviously it's not the point of the FromSoftware formula, I get it. It's just, I don't know, it'd just be really nice when, I mean, you've got such a nice looking cloaks in this game, and you know, the fact that you've got a sword and it's kind of sticking through the back is a little bit annoying. Anyway, so the bandit, and we got the astrologer, a scholar who reads fate in the stars, heir to the school of glintstone sorcery. And yeah, he looks pretty cool. Prophet, a seer, ostracized for inauspicious prophecies, well versed in healing incantations. I liked the look of this because it's actually like a prisoner. You can see the shackle on his leg, on her leg in this case, and obviously the headstock. Very interesting. Samurai, a cable fighter from the distant land of reeds, handy with katana and longbows. Samurai is pretty badass. I'm getting Ghost of Tsushima vibes every time I look at it, and it's cool that he's got a bow and arrow and a cool sword. Prisoner. A prisoner bound in the iron mask studied in glintstone sorcery, having lived among the elite prior to sentencing. I mean, this one's quite interesting. Me and my friend joked at this one earlier because it's just, it looks like they're wearing a gimp mask. Yeah, I'm just getting that vibe, and obviously with female characters in this case, it's actually interesting that obviously they're not wearing a bra. But anyway, Confessor. Church spy adept with covert operations, equally adept with the sword as they are with their incantations. Now this is the cloak I love. I love that cloak. It just looks awesome. Look at it. Look at it. It's really cool. But the only problem is, yeah, again, you just got that that scabbard just cutting through there. It's just bloody annoying. Anyway, so that's Confessor. Wretch, and this is the one we're on now. A poor, purposeless sod. Naked as the day they were born. A nice club is all they have. I love the fact they call him a sod. Anyway, if you look at the stats, obviously, you know, Vagabond is like your typical knight from the original Dark Souls. You've got your warrior. And your knight obviously goes more with vigor. Warrior's a bit more balanced with attack, but obviously a bit more quicker. I say that's kind of your rogue. And you kind of got your heavy. So again, that's kind of strength based. Then you've got your dexterity based because of obviously faith, so they're quicker. You've got your Astrologer, which is obviously mind based fundamentally and intelligence based. You've got your obviously Prophet, which is going to be more faith based. Samurai, again, kind of more dexterity based, but you know, with a bit more endurance because of that bow and everything like that. The Prisoner, I mean, obviously, if you look at the character stats to the right, you got the intelligence and dexterity. That's an interesting one. Intelligence for a prisoner and dexterity, okay. But it's obviously things are a bit more balanced. Then you've got, yeah, then you've got the Confessor, which is a combination, obviously, faith, mind, and also strength a little bit. So you can see those values going up. And the Wretch, which is again like basically everyone's like, I mean, there's always a naked kind of version in all of the games, and it's, you know, it's usually kind of appreciated because you get balanced stats and you can kind of take it in any direction you want. But then you have to start the game with nothing. So anyway, Keepsake. So you can have no Keepsake. Past has been well and truly left behind. Crimson Amber Medallion. A medallion inlaid with Crimson Amber increases maximum HP. The Gold of Grace, shining in the eyes of people. For the lands between, used to gain many runes. Golden Seed. Golden Seed, washed ashore from the lands between, said to reinforce Sacred Flask. So that's probably an Estus charge, an extra one. Well, it's not called Estus charges in this. They're, you know, they're flasks, I think, or something. Ashes are small diminutive golems. Ashes are said to hold spirits within. Cracked pot. These strange cracked pots that somehow mend themselves, a container for certain thrown items. Two stone keys shaped like swords, breaks in the seal on imp statues, which can only be used once. I saw one of these at the beginning of the game actually, so I'd be curious what that actually opens. 5 sacred branches charged with beguiling power, said to originate from the demigod Vaquela. I think that's the girl who comes with like the collector's edition with the red hair. I think that's Miguela. Or Miquela. Yeah, that's it. 5 pieces of boiled prawn. Boost physical damage negation. And Shambini's woe. Crazed likeness of a noble whose eyes have been gouged out. Attracts enemies' aggression. Oh, that's good. So, those are all your keepsakes that you can again start the game in. They always kind of give you like a little gift to start the game with. Anyway, choose your base template, and this is just basically some like full character presets. So you haven't actually got to like well, make a character. If you don't want to, you can just kind of pick a preset. But this is all kind of different forms. I like that they've actually got names as well. The most common face among the tarnished, after all, they were all warriors once. Truth seeker, face of an austere pilgrim. There are many roads to truth. A regal face found among those who claim noble blood in the lands between. Loner, a face found among a proud and seclusive tribe of folk well versed in ancient legends and heresies alike. That's kind of like your, well, it's kind of like your warrior. Loner. Northerner, a face found among the hardy people of the unforgiving north. Some say they're descended from giants. Jesus Christ. A seafarer, a face of one who wanders the seas in search of their home in the lands between. A face from the faraway isolate land of reeds, where blood is a familiar sight. Draconian, the stony face of the people of the ancient dragons, among whom life is typically short. Knights folk, the features of those known knights folk few in number. They were said to bleed silver long ago. And then Newman, the face of Newman, supposed descendants of denizens of other world, long lived but seldom born. So there you go. Those are your choices. And that's your basic setup for the main tab. Then you go into the detailed appearance, and this is where you get basically more age stuff. Again, you can choose to age your character. I don't know why they've got it here twice. Maybe just for ease of access. So it just does the same stuff as the one out in the main menu does. And you've got voices, so I'm going to be quiet while we play these. And now that we've had lots of torture porn, let's move on. Right, alter skin colour. Now for this, there's lots of obviously custom jobs you can do with the colour, but I will show you the colour system in Elden Ring. I probably just won't focus on it for every single part that has a colour option, because it would just take all night. So obviously you've got these. I'll go through these. These are like all the different skin tones you can give your character. And believe it or not, you can apply these to the hair, you can apply these to the eyes, you know, you can apply these to makeup. They kind of all apply to a certain degree, except obviously, well, the options are a bit varied. Some of them have got lots of strong greens, strong yellows, so I don't think the skin tone is exactly the problem, or exactly as a big deal. But as you can see, down and down and down. Then you've got the temporary colours, which again you can set up some more ones. Okay, but you can ultimately go adjust colour with triangle, and this gives you this kind of like custom job. And then you can go down to the bottom here and kind of nudge it along if you wanted to make, I don't know, a female Incredible Hulk. You can also adjust the RGB numbers by using the D-pad down and up. So you do have quite a bit of versatility with this system. Okay. Oh shit! So I came out of there. So yeah, it's like I said, it's quite versatile. I think I just noticed actually, like, yeah, you can't. Oh, well, you can. Using the D-pad, so you have to use the D-pad to move around in here. You can obviously see the former colour there, or the colour that is currently active, and you can move it around with the stick, or you can use the D-pad to adjust these and the RGB values. Okay, so I'm going to change that. So that was alter skin colour. Now we're going to alter face and hair. This is where you've obviously got most of the options. So just face template, you've got bone structure, and this is where you kind of get to, you know, just a varying assortment of faces. Okay, form emphasis. Now if you press the shoulder buttons, you can speed through and see what this does, and as you can see on these features, it kind of narrows the face a little bit more, kind of squashes it together. So weak and strong, obviously with a, well, in this case, form emphasis is up for women is on the far weak side. Apparent age. And yeah, the age does seem to tweak features a little bit. It seems to push her chin out more and bring her nose in more. But I'm going to leave it where it is, so you've seen that. Facial aesthetic. Yeah, I think that means wider face. Obviously masculine, feminine. That's at least what it says anyway. Then face structure, facial balance. So nose size. So as you can see, kind of elongates the brow and the chin. I would put, again, I mentioned in the previous video for this, you kind of have to jump between the different tabs over and over, or at least I did, to have a person that looks set like even right, because they've once again kind of incorporated a system that alters lots of features even though you were only altering one. So like the nose to forehead ratio, I mean, you can see it, right? We're basically extending the length of the nose, but also, you know, it changes other things on the face. So face protrusion, concave, convex, so thinner, fatter, squashed, open. And then vertical face ratio, this basically allows you to move the face up and down, or features of it. Notice how it says vertical face ratio, which I would have imagined would move the eyes to. It doesn't move them much. So again, just bear that in mind. Like I said, I'm sure most people don't care. Facial feature slant. Up, down. And let's do it this side. I should say that the character creator is miles better than any of the other ones they've had. You'll give that to them at the very least. Okay, so narrow, wide anyway. Back, so that was facial balance. Now we're doing forehead glabella. Forehead depth. Yeah, notice that moves the eyebrows up as a way to shrink the forehead. Forehead protrusion. Basically how far the brow at the top comes forward. Nose bridge height. So it's this side here. Basically changes the height of the bridge of the nose. And moves a few other things along. Bridge protrusion. Kind of affects the height of the brows from the looks of it. Yeah, just bear that in mind. Bridge protrusion too. Nose in, nose out. Let's rotate this round. There we go. And then nose bridge width. Yeah, just basically pushes the bridge out significantly. Okay, brow ridge height. Kind of gives like raises the corner, like the middle section of the eyebrows a little bit. At least that's what I'm seeing anyway. Or it straightens them. Inner brow ridge. There you go. Eyebrows down, eyebrows up. Turn to the left, right. And then outer brow ridge. Like I said, I'm sure there's lots of utility in this when you figure out, you know, how to balance the dials properly. It's just I had to keep jumping between them to get the result I wanted. So it just extends the length of the nose, eye size. Whoa. Eye slant, inwards, outwards, and then to the side like that, inwards, outwards, eye spacing, inwards, oh sorry, narrow and wide. Wide and then narrow, back, nose ridge, right, nose ridge depth. So again, it just shrinks the nose like right into the face. That just looks dodgy. Nose ridge length. Again, it just shortens the length of the nose. Oh shit. Let's turn it face on. You can kind of see it there. Then nose position. Whoa, that's a long nose. Again, that just pushes it like right down. Nose tip height. Nose protrusion. Nose height. And then over here. So that's nose height done. Then nose slant. So that's the nose, pretty much done. Now nostrils. Nostril slant down. Nostril slant up. Nostril slant down. Nostril slant up. Nostril size. Whoa. Rotate to the front. See, you it enlarges the lips as well, which strikes me as odd. Nostril width. That's a really thin nostril. That's that. Then cheeks. Cheekbone height. So just none. To the 3/4 view, cheek height. No cheek height. Cheekbone depth. Whoa. Cheekbone width. Thin. Narrow and wide. Narrow and wide. And then cheekbone protrusion. Concave. Convex. Concave. Convex. Then cheeks. Yep, it does come complete with soundtrack. Lips, got lip shape. Parted and open. Expression. Lip fullness. So yeah, basically makes the lips bigger. Then you've got lip size just beneath it, which again is kind of confusing. Small and large. Lip protrusion. Lip thickness. Thin and thick. And then thin and thick. Mouth. Mouth protrusion. So thin, thick. Go to the side. Thin and thick. Got some really fun options here. And then mouth slant. Down and up. And then down. And then up. Just like that really. It's quite simple. And then occlusion. It's basically down and up. Pushes the lips up really. Mouth position. See, it doesn't exactly, it just moves the top lip down, it doesn't move the bottom lip. So again, how is that mouth position? You're being asked if you want to crush the top lip, it should just be top lip thinning or something. Mouth width, so thin, thick, and then thin, and thick, or narrow and wide, whatever you want to call it. Mouth chin distance, which essentially just pushes the chin down and opens the mouth a bit seemingly. Then chin tip position. So yeah, basically it decides if it's going to push out the chin a little bit more. then chin length, inside, outside, inside, outside, and then chin protrusion, in, out, in, sorry, small, large, whatever. See, I'd consider that in out just by looking at it. And then chin depth, which basically decides to push the chin up or down, slight or deep. Okay. Chin size, so thin, I guess, widthwards, wide, or in and out. Yeah, that looks about right. And then chin height, like super long chin, super high chin, and then super long chin and super high chin. And chin width, thin it out to a stub, widen it, narrow it there, widen it out. Then jaw protrusion, small and large, small, large. Jaw width, basically the bit at the back of the face. Can't really see it here though. And then lower jaw. Basically decides how the jaw on the face is going, basically. Jaw contour, basically, yeah, the angle of the jaw. Thin, thick. Thin, thick. And that's all of the face structure details. So then we've got hair, and you've got all different types here. Again, we did cover them in the male hair style, but I mean, if you knew no better, you could say that's an anime guide, to be honest with you. That reminds me of Breakfast Club. Ponytail, bushy hair, well, balding bloke, bowl cut, another bowl cut, isn't it? Long hair, the hair looks really great in this. Yeah, and that's what we've had the entire session. And yeah, you got some more hair there. Ponytail, classic. Long ponytail. Kind of like the little bun at the back. Yeah, that one's in Dark Souls. God, that almost looks like Princess Leia. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Then again, like I said, you've got the hair colours. Not unlike the options that you have again for the skin. They just dial more for the hair. Just moving it through all of these so you can see them. The darker you go, the more interesting it gets. I think at the bottom though you don't really have any colour. And then obviously you've got your adjustment colour here, which you can tweak to your leisure. And then you've also got your swatches of your temporary colours here. So back, and now Lustre, which is basically hair shine. So you get rid of it, your hair becomes very matte. Extend it, becomes like super shiny. So yeah, and then root darkness. I'm having a job seeing that. Oh right, it does go a little bit darker. I think it just depends on if you're balding or not, maybe, something like that. White hairs. So obviously you can wire that the whole way up. Obviously the default here is sparse. Eyebrows. You've got a few different types. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 7, 8, 9, 12, 11, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. And then yeah, see you've got the match hair. And again, you can enter your own values of Lustre. If you want to keep it different on the brow, like a different amount on the brow, you can. Or you can just hit match hair. Match hair, you see. Root darkness again. I imagine it's the root of the brow. But yeah, when in doubt, just put match hair. Same with the white hairs. You can add white hair just to the brow if you want. Again, you can apply these to just those elements, but on the match hair. So facial hair. Obviously on women this looks a bit funny, but we'll put them on. Bearded lady and all that. Stubble, beard. Again, like a goatee almost. Mutton chops. Yep, classic biker style. Another goatee. Oh, sorry, proper like tash. That's a goatee more. That's a tash. Full on beard. Good old tash. And Jesus, yeah. So those are your beard options. Again, the same deal, same colour. Match hair for the beard colour, the lustre, the root darkness, the white hairs. It's the same deal with the beards. You can up the stubble. I'm not sure you'll see it on her, but stubble is an option. I'm pretty sure like a lot of these beards come with stubble, so if we select, I don't know, that, probably won't see it most there. Yeah, it kind of goes from bum fluff. Yeah. So, turn off that stubble. And then you've got eyelashes. Only got a few types. Can't see them very well here, but notice how the top of the eye is getting darker. Okay. Obviously eyelash color, which again you can change the same way everything else, and or you can manually adjust, up to you. Go back. Eyes. So this is where you can kind of do things to one eye and not the other, if you wanted to. This at the moment means both. You can put clouding in your eyes. But again, this is like right clouding. See. You can, yeah, make them cross-eyed, make them look opposite ways. It's very interesting. Then you can change like one iris to be really small, one to be big like Earthworm Jim style. But again, you can change all of these the same way. Clouding, it's just you can do the left eye individually. That's the only difference. And yeah, if you wanted to, you could make it so you've got one funny eye. But again, just match right eye. You'll go back to normal. So that's eyes. And then skin features. So pores. Obviously, either you've got like a super smooth closed pores, or you've got them open and the face looks a little bit more denty, a little bit more authentic. Okay, so that's what that does. And you've got skin luster, which is basically just reflectivity. Notice when I do that, she loses all the shine on her. So that's all that does. So plain and lustrous. And then dark circles, this is what goes around the eye. Which is quite cool, to be fair. So bear that in mind. And then you can change the colour. Again, same deal. Either pick a swatch or adjust the colour manually using the thumbstick or the D-pad. So that's skin features. Cosmetics. Now, eyeliner. Again, that pretty much just allows you to put a light, like an eyeliner around your eye, the character's eyes. You can change the colour, as seen below, see all of that. You can just change the colour if you want. And then shadow on the upper lid. So you can kind of just give the upper lid like a load of shadow. Again, that's the colour of the shadow. Just see it above there a little bit. And then eyeshadow lower. Basically, again, just puts that extra layer of shadow underneath the eye. And again, you've got colour, custom colour for below the shadow. So up to you. Cheeks, you can kind of, you know, add some light dust into her cheeks if you don't want it to be too pale. So that's that. And then obviously lipstick, which of course you can customize in here if that floats your boat, basically. So I think that's everything there. Now tattoo, mark and eye patch. So for this one, tattoo mark, you can pick any number of things. You've got scars in here. See? Then you've got tattoos. So again, you can pick a tattoo. In the hindsight, let's pick something. So let's say that. You can change the mark colour. Same way you would anything else. You can tweak the position of it. Right, so that's the vertical position. Horizontal. And then you can angle it if you want to rotate it a little bit. Or you can expand it. or shrink it down so it takes less of the face. See? You can flip it so it goes the other way, like that. But yeah, ultimately that's what they do. So last but not least, you've got similar face, which just basically gives you a load of alternate face shapes. Again, they put this in on occasion just because I suppose it allows you to identify if you want to change anything. Yeah, it does help on occasion. So that's similar face. And now alter body. So you can shrink the head, which looks odd. Or you can make it really large, which is also a bit weird. So let's just put that back to normal. And chest. And you can make it like a really thin chest. You can bust it out and make it really ridiculous. Same with the abdomen. You can bring that in, small, or push it out wide. Okay. That's what that does. Arms getting thin or thick. Tell you what, I just remember being in Dark Souls and wondering what my character would have insanely thin arms, but trying to fight these demons. It's just like, nah. Legs, again, you can have like matchstick thin legs, or thick thighs. There we go, that's what you want. That's not at least body hair. Not sure if it appears on the women characters. Oh yeah, it does. So again, that's body hair. And then body hair colour, you can match the hair, same kind of colour. All of that, same deal as before. Musculature. So this is where you can have standard, or abs, and on really toned muscles and stuff. So that's that. Then you can save it to your favourites. Again, I'm not going to do that. Or you can load your favourite, and that is the character I created earlier on. So but yeah. Anyway, that's that. Detailed appearance, and then you just click finish. But in this particular case, I'm just going to go back and abandon. That puts us back at the main menu for the character creator. So that was my video on all the female character options. As you can see, it's quite a robust editor. I would definitely have a play. Like I said, I've spent a good amount of time trying to find a good base in there. I think my current character is quite cool, but again, I may reassess things, but we'll see. Other than that, I want to thank you for stopping by and for checking out this video. And obviously, as I discover more about Elden Ring, I will post it here on my trusty YouTube channel for all of you to view. But yes, thank you for dropping by, and obviously you've also got the male options in a separate video on my page, so please keep an eye out for that.